What I'm going to do here today, I want to do two things. Many of y'all don't know who I am, and I'm going to introduce myself to you. And two, I want to talk to you about why I decided to run for the most important position in the world. I'm the baby of three. Mary, Alice, and Bob, my mom and dad. My dad's black, my mom's white. They moved to South Texas in 1971. The house they live in now, and the house my father lives in, unfortunately I lost my mother this year, was the only house that would sell to an interracial couple. It wasn't the neighborhood with the best schools, but it was the one place that my mom and dad can build a family for five. And 35 years later, their youngest son became a member of Congress from that area. That's what I love about America. Anything is possible. When I graduated with a degree in Texas, from Texas A&M in computer science, I went overseas. I served my country for 10 years as an undercover officer in the CIA. My job was to stop terrorists from blowing up our homeland. My job was to stop nuclear weapons proliferators from bringing in a dirty bomb. My job was to stop the Russians and the Chinese from stealing our secrets. I was shot at, I was chased, and there was a number of times when I thought I was going to meet my maker and my mother was going to get a phone call no mother ever wants to get. It was an honor to put my life on the line to serve a country that has given me so much. Now, in addition to doing all those things, I had to brief members of Congress. The people I met weren't as great as Ashley Henson. The people I met weren't as great as Joni Ernst. I met a different caliber and I was shocked. We can clap for them, y'all, come on. And that's why I decided to run for Congress. I lost my first election, but it gave me an opportunity to build a cybersecurity company, and then I won in 2014. Served for 6 years. I had said that the shelf life for a member of Congress was 6, 7, or 8 years. And despite there not being term limits, I still walked away. I always say, you don't have to die or be defeated to leave Congress. But it gave me an opportunity for the last 2 years to work in technology. I've been on the board of one of the most important AI companies in the world. And all these experiences have taught me a few things. They've taught me that we are faced with a number of generational defining challenges. I've seen our enemies up close and personal in all those experiences. The Chinese government is trying to surpass us as a global superpower. This is not my opinion. This is what the Chinese government is saying about themselves in English. And why should we care? If they win, that means our dollar won't go as far. Our retirement accounts won't last as long. We're going to have to learn Mandarin Chinese because that will be the language of business. Our kids and our grandkids are not going to be able to get the best paying jobs in the world. That's why we have to care about this new Cold War that we're in with the Chinese government. We are living in increasingly complicated times, and we need common sense in Washington, D.C. The other thing I've learned, at a time, not only persistent inflation, but for the last 23 years, the cost of all goods and services has been increasing 3 times faster than average salaries. That's why over 70% of Americans think the country's on the wrong track. At a time that we're dealing with these kinds of problems in our economy, we have new technologies like artificial intelligence that are coming in and going to upend every single industry. Not in 10 years, but 2 or 3 years. And we have to make sure that our kids are ready for jobs that don't exist today. This is going to impact every single American, and these are some of the issues that we have to be dealing with. Now, in all my time in these experiences, I've learned a few things. My mother always told me, speak the truth always. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm also not going to kiss anybody's butt. And I'm not going to lick anybody's boots. I'm sick and tired of our elected officials telling us that our neighbors are our enemies. Our neighbors aren't our enemies. They're our fellow Americans who we just happen to disagree with. Way more unites us as a country than divides us. If we want to make sure that we bring fiscal policy to the United States that helps all Americans, if we want to actually secure the border, something that I know about because I represented 820 miles of that when I was in Congress, if we're going to make sure that our kids are getting the best quality education, regardless of their location, regardless of their age, then we have to win elections. It's been 20 years since a Republican has won the popular vote on a national level. We lost the House in 2018. We lost the White House and the Senate in 2020. A red wave didn't materialize in 2022 when it should. We all know how bad Joe Biden's numbers are. He can be beat. This can be an opportunity to have conservative leadership for 16 years. I'm not talking about winning one election. I'm talking about a generation of this. And the reason Donald Trump lost the election in 2020 is he failed to grow the GOP brand in areas like women with a college degree in the suburbs, black and brown communities, and people under the age of 35. We need leaders who did like your Governor Reynolds, who went to places that people didn't expect, and that's how y'all turned red. One of the things we need in our elected leaders, for them to tell the truth, even if it's unpopular. Donald Trump is not running for president to make America great again. Donald Trump is not running for president to represent the people that voted for him in 2016 and 2020. Donald Trump is running to stay out of prison. And if we elect, I know, listen, I know the truth is hard. But if we elect Donald Trump, we are willingly giving Joe Biden 4 more years in the White House, and America can't handle that. God bless you, and God bless America.